January is finally behind us, so we can look forward to February and all the lovely indie games coming out this month. First up, we have the Inquisitor. Now, I'm going to be truthful up front. I'm not sure if this game is going to be that good. It has that indefinable Eurojack to it that some will love and some will hate. You play as an Inquisitor, living in a world where Jesus came down from the cross and unleashed violent judgment on non-believers. Set in the 1500s, you use your skills to solve crimes and judge those who have transgressed. I have played the demo and it was very rough around the edges, but there was something to it, and it could end up being an interesting game. The Inquisitor comes to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox, February 8th.
Be vanquished in thy name. Amen.
Next, we have psychedelic metroidvania Ultros, a game that is notable for the wonderful art style which I think nicely complements the sci-fi theming. Alongside the art, the key selling point is a loop system that will allow the player to start over at key moments in the story, providing the opportunity to unlock secrets, different areas and new abilities. The story promises to touch on themes of mental health, life, death and the karmic cycle. And the game also features music from El Huervo, renowned for his work on Hotline Miami. Ultros comes to PC, PlayStation 4 and 5 and the Xbox series of consoles, February 15th.
Fit and proper, but never aware. Dictated from beyond by blessed ignorance and idle hands. Uji's solidarity, like a utopian hummus. Blessed be she. Life is not given, but received. And her worth lies therein. Blessed is she. Blessed is she.
Lysfanga the Timeshift Warrior is a hack-and-slash game with a tactical bent. You play as Lysfanga, the protector of the realm of Antala, who is tasked with facing off against a new threat. The ancient cities have been unlocked from time and an old evil has escaped. Fortunately, you have the powers of time at your disposal, which allow you to rewind time and summon copies of your past self. Using this power, you face off against enemies in arena-style combat where you must use strategy to defeat the forces of evil. It's an interesting use of the time rewinding mechanic and could create a unique play experience. Lysfanga the Timeshift Warrior releases on PC February 13th. If you are a fan of subterfuge and backstabbing, then this next game will be right up your alley. Solium Infernum is a turn-based grand strategy game set in the realms of hell that is best played with friends, or enemies. Taking the role of an archfiend, you are a contender for the eternal throne, and must battle against your opponents using both martial arms and your wits as you navigate the Conclave's labyrinthian political systems and try to avoid the machinations of your fellow players. Best played via the simultaneous turns mode, you will need to be one step ahead of your opponent's schemes and plots. Solium Infernum looks to mix the grand strategy game with the ever-popular social deduction formula into one enticing package. Solium Infernum comes to PC February 14th.
Goading them into open warfare, or worse, humiliation. Scheme in your sleep with asynchronous multiplayer, investing just a moment each day in games that can last for weeks. There are no loyalties here in the Abyss, and betrayal is the name of the game. Solium Infernum isn't called a friendship destruction simulator for nothing. Better to rule in hell than serve in heaven.
Like skating? Like roguelikes? then I might have the game for you. Helskate looks to mix the two by asking the player to grind, trick and perform combos to power up their attacks in order to take down the monsters of Verthium. It's very much Tony Hawk meets Hades, which is a mix that could work really well, and is a game that you will know whether it will appeal to you from that alone. Helskate enters Steam Early Access February 15th. Next, we have my pick for the month, Balatro. This is a card-based roguelike which might initially put you off, but Balatro has something pretty special to it. Each round the player must beat a blind by playing poker hands, with each hand worth a set amount. The kicker is that as you go through the game, you have the opportunity to acquire jokers that will influence the type of hands you want to make. Maybe you try to build around making straights worth more, or play it safe by focusing on pairs. Alongside the jokers, you also can upgrade your deck of cards by altering what they are worth or the suits they are part of. In between rounds, you can visit a shop to get more jokers to further strengthen your strategy. Having played the demo, I can say it is a lot of fun and does the thing that you want in a card-based roguelike, of allowing you to really break the game and create powerful combos. Balatro deals onto PC February 20th. Up next, we have an RPG with a strong focus on story and choice. The Thaumaturge is set in Warsaw in 1905, where you play the role of Victor Sluzki, returning home to deal with some family matters. A Thaumaturge is someone who can tame ethereal entities called Salters, and can use their powers to discover secrets hidden within the human soul and speak to the darkness. These Salters play a part in the turn-based combat, as you use both their skills and your own to defeat enemies. From the footage, the world is intriguing, with Warsaw being an unusual backdrop, and if the story and choices stand up, then this could be a strong entry in the RPG genre. The Thaumaturge comes to PC February 20th, with PlayStation 5 and Xbox releases due later this year.
Will bring your downfall.
Last Epoch is a title I have long had my eye on since it went into early access way back in 2019. An ARPG that looks to tread the line between Diablo and Path of Exile, there has been a lot of positive buzz around the game during its journey through early access. Featuring unique loot, 15 classes, a rewarding crafting system, and 0 pay-to-win microtransactions, it ticks all of the boxes you would want from an ARPG. Many indie titles have been and gone over the years in this genre, but Last Epoch might have the staying power. Last Epoch leaves early access February 21st.
But in the end, all remains between hope and oblivion is time. Us. Always traveler.
Our penultimate game for February is survival crafting title Nightingale. Coming on the heels of the popular Unshrouded and the juggernaut that was Palworld last month, it doesn't seem like the perfect time to be trying to get people to buy another survival crafting game. However, Nightingale has a few things going for it, starting with the look and feel of the world, with the mix of fantasy and Victorian steampunk providing some striking visuals. Alongside this is a realm card system that allows the players to mix and match different realm cards that they find during their adventure, which open up access to unique new realms based on the cards used, with the ultimate goal of reaching the magical city of Nightingale. As is expected, you can play solo or with friends, with a building system that looks very detailed, always a plus in these games. Coming on the heels of two popular survival crafting titles, it will be interesting to see how Nightingale fares. Find out when Nightingale launches into Steam Early Access, February 22nd.
Realm cards will be necessary. Fly. Let my words steer your steps.
Finally for February, we have Pacific Drive, a survival game with a bit of a difference. Unlike other games in the genre, in Pacific Drive you don't build a base and adventure out. Instead, your base travels with you in the form of a battered old station wagon. As you adventure through the Pacific Northwest exclusion zone, you will face supernatural dangers as you scavenge for supplies to repair and upgrade your battled vehicle, all the while unravelling a long-forgotten mystery. It feels a bit like Stalker, Rust and Firewatch had a baby, and it's a fresh take on the survival genre and certainly has my interest. Pacific Drive drives onto PC and PlayStation 5 February 22nd.
3, 2, 1.
I have the distinct honor to introduce to you the American people. A new scientific frontier with a raw power, the potential is limitless. On this day, we welcome our Faraday future.
That wraps up February. As always, a really good selection of games coming this month. Let me know any highlights in the comments below and games you think I might have missed. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, maybe leave a comment. All that stuff really helps the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.